today we are going to be using the Flower Market stencil. We're going to be using our 11.5 by 11.5 double-sided wood frame, and we are going to be using the glittering black chalk paste and the dusky blue. This is one of our newest colors. Isn't it so awesome? Hey, Carol and Cindy. Hey, guys. And Carolyn from Alabama. All right, so we're going to be using those, and then I wanted to throw in some flowers. So I'm going to be doing like a totally different spin on this project. Okay, so I've got our 11.5 by 11.5 double-sided wood frame. I'm going to get it out and show it to you. It comes in this great box every single time with our lovely logo. It's nice and protected. And the double-sided wood frame, before I came on here, I strung some wood beads. I have some 20mm wood beads that I strung with some twine, and I stapled that to the back. So the way this comes, it comes like this with no beads, right? And then on one side it is white and it's got a nice profile, so you don't actually need anything to hang it with because it just hangs right on its own. And the other side is just plain wood, so you can choose to paint it or stain it or do whatever you want. Hey, Lynn. All right, so let me come over here so I can move the comments. All right, and so what I did, like I said, is I strung together some beads, and then I stapled them with my staple gun to the back so that I'm going to get this kind of a look. And it's because where I'm going to go with my flower garden, okay, or flower market. So I'm going to set this aside and hop right into the project. All right, so the flower market stencil is 12 by 12. And I am not going to use the entire thing the way that it was designed. Just a second. I had to get my tacky towel out. I forgot. I am going to use several parts of it, but I am going to use it the way that I want to sort of do my project. And that's a great thing about the stencils. Hey, Jeanette. The great thing about the stencils and Barbara is that we get to... let's see. I'm not getting audio of visual. Is everyone's screen black? Oh, I think everything's good. All right, so I'm only going to use part of it, right? So and that's the great thing about the stencils is you can slice and dice. You can cut them if you want. You can use some parts and not other parts. That's all up to you. I am going to use Flower Market. And then I'm going to use this watering can, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So I've taken it out of its bag there, and then I'm going to, everything looks good here, Lynn says. Thank you, Lynn. And I'm going to write on the back with this Sharpie that this is the Flower Market. Flower Market. And I'm writing it on the back so I'll remember which one it goes on when it's done drying. But the other reason is so I'll remember that this is the back of the backing, and so that it doesn't, I don't try to put the stencil on that part. I put it on the slip part when it's done. This is the carrier sheet or backing sheet, okay? I'm going to place this right on my, I'm going to put this over here, right on my tacky towel so I can pick up a little bit of lint, because this is the first time I've used this stencil. I'm getting ready to put it on a wood surface. And so I want to make sure that I am, I don't want it to be too sticky. You know, I want it to stick in place so it doesn't move around and such. But I don't want it to be too sticky that when I go to peel it off, it is just, you know, I'm tugging on it, because then I compromise my stencil a little bit because I might actually stretch it. Not the end of the world, just be a little more difficult later. All right, so I told you I put the wood beads on this side. And I am going to just and you can get this in our shop. I'm going to lay the Flower Market down on there, and I am going to just fit it in there where I think that it should be. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it next. So I am going to just really make sure that I get the top part down, because all I'm going to do first on the first go round is just the Flower Market, okay? Now, because the side here, I'm not going to do the frame, and it's kind of close to the F and the R, and then this flower is kind of close to the market, and I know that I'm kind of a messy crafter. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a little bit of painter's tape, I'm just going to cover up those parts, right? So that when I'm squeegeeing, I don't have to be uber careful. Now, it's perfectly fine to use painter's tape on the front of your stencil. It'll come right off when you're done, and you don't have to worry about it at all. Hey, Karen, how are you today? Is this the end of your work week? And then I'm going to cover up that flower. Okay, so it looks like that. This is not necessary. I just know myself. I know this is probably a good idea for me. So I got to thinking, based on the flowers that I have, that I really wanted to use this dusky blue. So that's what I'm going to rock with on the flower market, okay? So I'm just going to take some of this dusky blue. I can't, like, just look at that color. It's so beautiful. I did our, the new Easter bunny with the flowers and everything with this. I loved it. I just love it. All right, so I'm going to take some on my squeegee, and I am just going to go right over the flower market. You see why I put that painter's tape? Because, like I said, I'm just like, just going and going and going, and usually not stopping for a lot. It's just kind of my nature. Anybody else like that? Hey, how are you going to get all those gazillion things done that as a woman we do, right? All right, I'm going to squeegee it off now because I've got plenty on there. And I'm not going to press hard. I'm just going to kind of rake it over it. I think everybody's got their own technique that they like, but this works for me because I want to make sure I don't get too much in there, and I don't want to push it up underneath the stencil. Okay, now I am done with this color, so I'm going to set it aside. And then I'm going to pull my stencil up and move it. All right, so let me show you guys what I have. I have Flower Market so far. Simple, simple, and easy. All right, now I'm going to use our heat gun just to dry that off a little bit, because then I'm going to move the watering can. Put the watering can on, but I'll move it all the way down. Okay? Hey, Barbara. All right, thank you so much for sprinkling. I appreciate that, Jeanette. All right, so I'm going to let this dry just a little bit so it doesn't pull up anything in case my stencil gets on there. Okay. All right, that's good enough. All right, the next part, the watering can, is the part that I really want to do in that glittering black, because it gives it kind of almost like a slate look. It's a great color. I'm going to get a new squeegee, and then I'm going to take my Flower Market stencil, and now I'm going to move the watering can. I'm going to put it back right where it was before, but lower. I'm going to, after I get it on there, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm putting it in place. You see where it is now? So that Flower Market is all the way up here, but I wanted some space because of what I want to do with it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to just make sure it's on there real good, the way I want it. And then I'm going to tape it off again, because I don't want to get the market part on, and I don't want to get the flowers on the side. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. These flowers right here, I don't want to get on there. I just want the watering can. And actually, I don't care about these flowers up here either. But I'm not going to worry if I get something there, because I'm going to be putting something in its place. So, okay. So next up is, hey, Shabby Chic. Hey, Talisa. All right. Okay, so I'm going to come in with this glittering black paste, chalk paste, and now I'm going to do the watering can. Okay. This this stencil has been just like calling my name recently, so I had to do it. I was thinking a yard flag. I think that's the way it is in the yeah, that's the way we have it in the catalog. But I wanted to do something slightly different. I've been seeing so many different and beautiful signs that you guys are doing with the like the typewriter. I saw another one recently. I can't remember what it is, but you guys have been putting the flowers on it. So that really, you know, spoke to me. I said I want to do this and I want to put some flowers on it. And I'm not really into like doing things like loud. Like really, I'm kind of a minimalist when I'm designing. Not the same when I'm picking out my clothes, but all right. So we've got that done. Let me set that aside and take the stencil off, and I'll show you what I'm working with. All right, so that's all I've done, just that part. I probably didn't even need to go up here at all, but oh, what the heck. Who knows what's going to show. All right, so I'm going to pull that off and set that aside. And I'll show you what I've got. Now I've got this flower market. So that's the start of something awesome, I think. All right, I'm going to let this dry. While this is drying, I'm going to pick out some flowers. You know what I think I might do? You know, you guys, you know how I love to use my little, I don't know if you know, but I love to use my little scrub brush. And here I just have some chalk paint, or you could use chalk paste. And I think I am going to distress the edges a little bit. And so when I do that, I just take my little scrubby, you know, it's a dish thing. And, what is it called? A dish sponge. That's what it's called, a sponge. And then I'm just putting just a little bit of chalk paint on there. And then I am going to just run it over the edges to distress it slightly. And like I said, if you've watched me very much, you know that I love to do that. And I'm going to do a little bit of it, and then I'm going to show it to you. And I start out with a little bit because you can always add more if you want. All right, so now you see the difference of what it would look like with and without, right? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way around and give my watering can a chance to dry. Hey, Tina. Hey, thanks for jumping on, you guys. Has anybody used this watering can and done any flowers with it? I mean, it's just, you know, it's got the flowers in the stencil, but it's just screaming for some flowers to pop out, don't you think? So this is, I love doing this distressing because you can just really customize and put as much as or as little as you would like and just make it your own. You know, you buy it at the store and it may or may not have some, but here you can just put as much or as little as you like. So I'm going to really go for it. I'm going to put more on than I normally do. And then when you do that, of course, don't forget the sides. Right. All right. I think it's looking nice. What do you guys think? I'm doing it. I mean, like not everything needs to be distressed. It's kind of like what's out there now, right? But some designs just need a classic look, in my opinion. This one, Flower Market, I think a little distressing is in order. All right. Okay, I think I'm done with that. Let me show that to you. And I will wash this later. And put that over there. And close up my chalk paint. And now I think my watering can is pretty well dry. I'm going to show you what my frame looks like. And then we'll put the flowers on. So this is what we have so far. I'm loving it so far. What do you guys think? Do you guys ever distress your boards? All right, so now I've got all these flowers. And I went through everything I had. And I picked what I thought would look super cool, springy. And so I'm going to now just start putting them on this, or in, so to speak, I guess, this watering can. Let me see if I can flip this around and hold it up enough for you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. So now I'm going to just decide what I need and where, and start putting some flowers in the watering can. Some of these things I guess can pop right off, can't they? So I'll pop these little flowers off. It'll be a little easier, I think. I love these. I love these little purple flowers. I can't remember where I got these. And then I got these I think they're just beautiful. I think I got these at Hobby Lobby. And then there's some white ones that look like the same. Then I got these. I don't know if you guys been watching my reels, but I got these at the for $1 at the whole, like, huge bunches of them at that place where you've been. All right, so I'll use those too. And yeah, I think it'd be best if I just pull them all off. All right. And then I got these little pink ones. Now, these little pink ones, they're in, like, I guess, like in the farmhousey section at the Dollar Tree. Very inexpensive and cute looking flowers. Yes, sometimes they have cute looking flowers. Actually, I think they have some pretty cute looking farmhouse looking flowers. Usually come out pretty good for them. Okay, so those are cute. And now let me clip off more so they'll lay down a little bit better. And I showed you those. Look at these. I don't know how we can incorporate these, but wouldn't it be great if those could, like, lay off the side of the can? So I'm going to try that too, okay? All right. You guys are going to have to give me a little bit of guidance, perhaps. So if you have any idea, yeah, flowers, flowers. I have that stencil, but haven't used it yet. Oh my goodness, you need to. Okay, so I'm just cutting these things apart and getting them down to where I think that they're going to serve me well here. All right, so I'm going to start with some bigger flowers in the back. And see, the reason I wanted to move the flower market up and the watering can down is because I wanted to have plenty of room to put all these wonderful flowers, and I didn't want them to get in the way, so to speak, of the design. So I'm even going to pop this off, and then we'll just start gluing it. Okay, so there we go. I think that's a nice start. So has anybody done this before? You know, used all these pieces like this? I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. I think it's going to be great. But, you know, my first time doing it like this. The typewriter one turned out really nice, I thought. All right, so flowers, flowers. Let's get some of these little white ones. Ooh, and they have these little stalks as well. So we'll pull some of these in there. This is fun, you know. Just design whatever you want. All right, let's grab some of this as well. Isn't that one nice? I like that one. I'm going to have to use that one. I don't know where it's going. It might go over the side here. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll get the pink one. We'll do the same with the pink one. Yeah, that'll be nice, don't you think? Okay. All right, and of course we need some purple and some more of this little pink stuff. All right, so I'm going to turn around real quick and just start gluing some of this stuff on, and after it dries in a minute, I will flip it around for you to see what's going on. Let's see. I need to take these little guys off. It's always, you know, it's always questionable about what you should or shouldn't do, isn't it? So great that you can just glue them right to the board. And, you know, you can control which way they go, too, that way. It's nice. Okay, I'm going to pop this off. Just there we go. Have it coming from the same spot. And, you know, one of the things I was thinking about when I was starting to, like, pull out all my flowers and try to make some decisions on this was, how am I going to hide the fact that this watering can had flowers on it? And I have a plan for that too. So you guys have probably already done something like this yourselves. I'm going to take the smaller flower and put it right on top of it. That's what I'm going to do. All right, let me get some of these beautiful babies on there. Definitely want to make it look like it's popping out or coming out of the can. And I think for me, that was when I was thinking about what to do. That was really kind of the challenge, is how do I make it look like it's coming out of the can without having it stand right up off the surface, you know. But I mean, that could be cute too. So I'm just playing with them, just putting them in there. See, I'm like not even off to a super good start, I don't think, but I think it's going to come out really nice. All right, so how many of you guys put these wood beads on yours too? I just thought it would be a cute touch. I see them around everywhere, so I thought, heck, I mean, I've got a board. I'll put some beads on mine. All right, so I'm just going to keep building on what it is that I put on there and just keep putting flowers in place, okay? Just keep putting a bunch there. I'm just cutting off any extra that I don't need, that I think is going to get in the way. Oh gosh, you guys, I think it's turning out really cute. Already turning out cute. And it's not really hiding my market sign either, so I'm excited about that. I felt this guy was in the way, so I'm going to have to turn him back and put him in another place. All right. Okay. Alrighty. So, let me show you what's going on here. I'll save this guy for later. All right. I think it's starting to come together. What do you think? Hey, Lisa. Hey, Crystal. Hey to all the ladies out there. And gents. Ladies and gents. How many guys do we have in the house today? We have any gentlemen joining us? I know we got some gentlemen at Magnolia, but do we have any joining us today? All right. All right, so I think maybe some purple, some more purple would look nice. Again, just clipping off the little ends that I don't need to have anywhere. And then pop these in the back here. I used to have the worst time trying to make floral arrangements at home, and then one day it just like clicked. I don't even know what happened. Does anybody else struggle with that? I used to struggle really badly with it, but I don't know. One day it just came to me. I just got it. All right. Fit this guy in here. Needs to be a little bit smaller. All right. So I have a bad habit of having my gun, the heat on the gun up too high. So you are going to want to be careful if you're going to do this. Just make sure that it's not up too high, because you can burn the daylights out of yourself. All right, so let me put in a couple more, and then I'll show you how it's coming out, okay? I need this a little bit smaller. All right, and then I'll have some coming down here more too. I think you guys are going to like this. Let me know what you think when I show it to you. You're like, okay, well, show it to me already. All right, this is the start of what I'm hoping will be something wonderful. All right, I'm starting there. Now let me fill in with some bigger flowers, okay? So they're gonna be more up front, like they're kind of spilling over, and that way it kind of covers up that area that you can tell it's not actually in the can, right? I mean, of course, everybody knows it's not in the can, but, okay, let me put some of these pink guys in here. Actually, I'll just pop that right off. I don't like that one. Okay, going in with some of these little flowers now, and we'll go right up front and cover up the other stuff that we had going on, and also come in with a little bit of some greenery. Okay, guys. I mean, we gotta have some greenery in this place here. Which one do I want best? Like best. There we go. Gotta have some greenery, right? Gotta have some flowers hanging over the edge. This one. Yeah. I like that. Oh, I'll have to show you guys in just a minute here. I like what happened there. That was kind of like an accident and more. Like, that I didn't mean to happen, but it came together. So I just clipped off and had these little pieces of greenery, and I stuck them in there, and they look cute. Happy accidents, right? Like trees. So see, I just kind of like stuck them right over here. Right over here. Kind of looks cute. All right, let me put some flowers up front, and then I'm going to finish this baby off. And we will call it a night. I'm going to get some pink and some white and some different colors and pop them in right up front here. Let me get this little guy here. And I think that will really hide our other stems, and you know, to where you can't really tell what was going on. And just keep going. I'm just going to keep going with them. Just alternating the colors, I think, to what I think is going to look good. Bring some down a little bit further into the whole design. I'm going to put a couple more of these in here because I love them and they look beautiful. Make it stick out a little bit more. Okay, see where I'm going with this? I want to show you guys. See where I'm going with this? How's that looking? Do you think that looks good? Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that. Add a bee. Oh my gosh, what a cute idea. I did not bring a bee. That's a great idea. I might have to do that right after this. Oh, cute. And you know what's great is, like, I'm just doing this, we're chatting, and the more I'm thinking about it, like, I could stick some more stuff in there, which is probably going to be like when I don't know about you guys, but when I love to paint, and when I'm painting, I'm just like, hey, especially if I'm painting like a tree. Oh, okay. Well, it needs some more leaves. It needs some more branches. And I just keep going. I think you could go forever, probably with these as well. See, I'm just putting in more of this yellow the more I'm going. I'm like, hey, this really needs some yellow in this space. That's what's great about it. That's one of the things that I learned when I started doing some more, you know, trying to talk myself into doing some floral arrangements at home. Hey, you know what? Just add. Just be brave. Just get it. It's just flowers. Why are you scared of flowers? Just put them in there. Okay. Put some more in here, and I think that you guys are going to like this or love it. I hope you're going to love it. And I'm just taking the last little bit of these flowers that I have, and I'm putting them right up front, right over the opening of the watering can. And I want you to tell me what you think about it. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy I did that. And I love that there's some coming down off the sides. And let me see if there's anything else that I feel like I want to put a little more purple. What do you guys think about that? Do you like it? I love it. It definitely needs some more purple, though. You see, you could sit here and just go all day long. Just put more and more and more. Yeah, actually that was right. That was the right thing to do. Let me see if I could put a little bit of, that looks great. That looks, I don't want to mess that one up. All right, and I'll put a little bit of pink over here, and we'll call it a day. Here in just a minute, let me put a couple more stems in. Then we can be done. Just loving it, you guys. It's so stinking cute. I think I could also possibly just take off some more green, some more greenery, and just place it in different places, you know, make it look like it was supposed to be there. Coming down all, I mean, I'm gonna do that real quick and then we'll go. So I just took a little bit of the stem and I'm gonna put it down at the bottom, the base of the flowers. Oh yeah, that was the right thing. That was the right thing. Let's do it a couple more times and then we'll be done. Done. Don't be afraid to rip them apart and make it the way you want it. Make it be what you want it to be. And what I'm doing now is I'm putting these little stems in here, right? And I'm putting them over that. The watering can, the design had some pansies and stuff and some leaves coming out the bottom. So I'm just putting that in the place where they were. So you can't tell that they were supposed to go there. Let me get a different color. And then we'll call it a night. I hope you guys have some good stuff planned for this weekend, even if that's just relaxing. And certainly being with your family or your loved ones or whatever makes you smile and makes this life worth it, huh? All right. Every day is a dang blessing. Every day. Every day, no matter the circumstances, that's what I feel. All right, you guys, I guess I didn't tell the truth. I'm still at it. Let me put a couple more things in here because I'm just thinking it needs just a little bit more. Just needs a little bit more. All right, I'm going to call it quits for now. When I get off this live with you guys, I'll probably put more on, but I don't want to hold you up anymore. But I am going to hold this up and show you what I ended up with. Okay, let me take all those little, what do they call these? Like little strings, the little glue hairs off of there, right? Let me get those off of there, and then I'll show you what I came up with. And I hope you like it. What does it say? Oh, needs butterflies. What a great idea. All right, guys, ready to see it? This is my finished project. What do you think? I think the addition of the little flowers coming off the side worked out really well. And what I did is I just started going with it. I just started gluing them in there as I saw fit. And like I said, I can even see some places where I probably want to put some more, just for some more, like a pop of color, right? So this is our 11 by 11 double-sided wood frame with some beads I put in the back. I just stapled them in the back with my staple gun. And then the stencil, and then I stenciled on this white side, and the stencil is the flower market. The chalk paste up here is the dusky blue. The chalk paste down here is, you could do any combo, right? Do whatever you want, make it yours. The one down here is the glittering black, and then I just tossed a bunch of flowers in there. Well, I hope you guys like it, and thanks so much for hanging out with me. I would appreciate it if you could just like sprinkle, share the love, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye, guys.